Do this once, and watch how people treat you differently. What if I told you that your words, your own words, could be the very thing that's stopping people from respecting you? Not your talent, not your looks, not your intelligence, your mouth. What if I told you that speaking less could make you more powerful than the loudest person in the room? You've heard that silence is golden, but that's not just a poetic saying. It's a weapon, a tactic, a psychological chess move that, if mastered, turns you into someone people don't just hear, but feel. Today, we're diving into a principle that rewrites how people perceive you. Watch this video till the end, because once you unlock this law, you stop reacting, you stop oversharing, and you start controlling how the world responds to you. Here's the truth. The moment you open your mouth, you're revealing your mind, and in a world that thrives on leverage, that's often a disadvantage. When you say less, people lean in. When you stay quiet, they wonder what you're thinking. When you pause, they panic. Silence creates mystery, and mystery is magnetic. The one who speaks less holds the power, because they give nothing away. No weakness, no desperation, no eagerness. You want people to feel like you're a riddle they can't solve, a vault they can't open, because in that uncertainty lies control. Psychology tells us that humans hate ambiguity. We crave closure. We need to label things to feel safe. But when someone gives us too little information, our minds start spinning. We project, we imagine, we assume. And here's the hack. When you speak less, they fill in the blanks. They assign you the traits they admire: wisdom, confidence, depth, not because you proved it, but because they need to make sense of your silence. That's called the halo effect. When one trait, like mystery or calmness, it leads people to assume you possess many other traits like intelligence, power, or authority. So when you speak with purpose and pause with power, you activate something primal. They feel your presence. You become the one who knows more, needs less, and reveals nothing. Most people talk too much, not because they have something to say, but because they need validation. They feel uncomfortable with silence. They fear being misunderstood. So they fill every space with noise, explanation, excuses, reassurance, and in doing so, they lose their edge. Because the more you explain, the more common you appear. The more details you offer, the more likely you'll say something foolish, something that weakens your position. Ask yourself, have you ever tried to impress someone by talking, only to walk away feeling like you gave too much of yourself? That's the trap. That's the cost of trying to prove your worth with words instead of presence. Think of the most powerful men in movies, the ones who only speak when it matters. Michael Corleone from The Godfather, and Thomas Shelby from Peaky Blinders. They don't yell, they don't beg, they don't explain. They say what needs to be said, and when they're silent, people lean in or consider real-world leaders, the CEOs and negotiators. The ones with true power never rush to speak. Why? Because when they do speak, people listen. Even in elite circles. Think of corporate boardrooms, high-stakes political meetings, underground circles of influence. The loudest one in the room is often the weakest. They're compensating. But the quiet one, the one who observes, who calculates, that's the one who leaves with the deal. Mastering this law starts with intention. It's not about being mute, it's about discipline. Here's how to train it. Number 1, pause before you speak every single time. Train your brain to ask, is this necessary? Or am I just afraid of the silence? Number 2, let others talk first. Let them reveal their hand. Let them show their weakness while you stay unreadable. Number 3, end your sentences early. Stop right before the point where you would normally elaborate. Make them want to hear more from you. Number 4, master nonverbal communication. Your eye contact, your posture, your stillness. These speak louder than words ever could. Number 5, get comfortable with tension. Learn to let silences hang. Let the air thicken. Most people will rush to fill it. Let them. That's your power. The moment you start living this way, with fewer words, sharper pauses, and a presence that speaks before you do, the world begins to treat you differently. People respect what they don't fully understand. They fear what they can't predict, and they obey what they can't read. You are no longer the open book. You become the sealed vault. You no longer seek attention. You command it without ever asking. You are no longer performing. You are simply being, and being, in silence, in confidence, in control, is the most dangerous position of all. From today forward, speak less, listen more, and when you do speak, let every word feel like a choice, not a habit, because those who control their words control perception, and those who control perception control power. This is just one law, but it rewrites the entire game. You've been heard enough. Now it's time to be felt. By the way, if you want to level up in life, don't forget to show some love by hitting the like and subscribe button. Until next time.